Hey, it's Justin from Jacob Buck Reptiles bringing you Morphs 101. And a few weeks ago I did the Powerball at the Atlanta Reptile Show that Steve Beamer had produced. And a lot of you asked, well, what is the het form, or because the Powerball is a super form of the Spotnose. We want to know, what does a Spotnose look like? And so I did a video for you now on the Spotnose. Just check them out. This is a Spotnose female. And you see here, they are very similar to normal as far as color, but they have some cool pattern features. A lot of Spotnoses have some dorsal striping like this. The other thing that you can find in Spotnoses is they have a kind of a uniform side pattern and really nice dark blacks. That's one of my favorite parts about the Spotnose morph, is that it doesn't have a lot of blushing going on here. You have kind of a solid black and a nice brown coloration without a lot of mixing of them. The other thing is, of course, they have a spot on the tip of their nose, which can sometimes happen even with a normal ball python, but would not be in conjunction with all these other markers. And they also have a cool head pattern here, which is kind of a cross between what you see on a spider and a normal. It's definitely very different than a normal, but not as extreme as some other head patterns. Really unique. Kind of looks like, I always say it looks like a cow hoof print on the top of their head. The other interesting thing that you can tell about Spotnoses from normals is they have an odd belly pattern. Almost all mutations have a belly that is mostly clear, mostly white, where the Spotnose has a belly pattern that is closer to normal, and sometimes you see them with really heavy checkers that even way more than a normal. Lots of black patterning mixed in there. So Spotnose does not have the clear belly that a lot of ball pythons do. So we've seen the Powerball. That's one really great Spotnose combo. The other one that I really like that I've been working on is the Pastel Spotnose. I'm going to pull one of those out for you to see. And we're going to see how this Pastel kind of sits on top of this Spotnose pattern and makes a really cool snake. All right, here is a Pastel Spotnose. You see, what you have here is we're pretty much missing the dorsal striping. The Pastel has added some nice banding to it. Still has a really funky pattern, very unlike your typical Pastel, and a really uniform kind of alien head pattern. Blushing is very much reduced over what you would see in a normal Pastel, and you see these solid blacks almost all the way throughout the pattern. Nice solid blacks mixed with the yellow from the Pastel. A really cool look. It adds a lot of lightness to the head. Where you see the pattern on this, it adds almost a completely yellow look to the back of the head, where a Pastel would have a blush or almost purple head. This Pastel Spotnose has a very yellow head. The other thing is it pretty much takes away the spot off the tip of the nose. It just gets so light there on the end, such a light coloration, that you're not really able to discern any kind of pattern on the tip. And we'll look at the belly. You'll never see a Pastel with a belly like that. Very heavily patterned, coming from the Spotnose morph. I'm not going to make it too uncomfortable here. But this is a really cool. I'm looking forward to moving this into some other codon morphs. The Pastel Yellow Belly Spotnose, which I forget who's the first to make that one, but I've seen some pictures, and that is one of my favorite Pastel Spotnose combos so far. And then I just know that the first Pastel Powerball is coming up soon, maybe from Steve, and that's going to be a great combo as well.